Fuck fun and spicy.
Indeed.
Whoa. What's up, dude? What's up, baby? How you been? Welcome back, everybody. Welcome. It's been a long time, dude. Long time.
It's been a while. We had the fun yesterday of doing the D&D show, but yeah, we needed to take some time off. We've been hitting it hard over the summer doing this. We really haven't taken that many days off. I know Halloween was on a Thursday, I think, and so we took that one off. But we've been rocking this thing, like I mentioned before the show. 117 episodes, bro.
117? I thought we were like at 200, bro.
It feels like 200, doesn't it?
Feels like
And
200.
of course, we have to say, Lozzie's back. Hey, how you doing?
Oz is back.
Yay, I'm
What the
good.
hell is that?
Good.
What is that? What do you got?
That's my boyfriend.
Look at him.
Looks like the guy that made me the fried rice last
So these
night
are
at the
those
Chinese place.
new these are those new Tooth Fairy dolls where you can do with your kids' teeth. You can save them.
No, those are real teeth. Get out of here.
No. They're plastic. But they're called
Oh.
fugglers.
Okay, fugglers.
Fugglers? Because
That's
they're
what they're called.
fucking ugly.
They
Yeah,
are.
I guess they're fuck ugly monsters, I guess. But yeah, they're called fugglers. Today is my daughter's 11th birthday, and my brother decided this would be the perfect gift for her.
Happy birthday!
So yeah, thank you. So he liked the goofiness of it, but
Yeah.
unbeknownst to him, this guy's wearing underwear. It doesn't show you that when you buy the box. All you see is a face.
Okay, so you don't know he's got chonies
So
on.
all you see is the face. That's it. He's like, oh, it's a funny looking monster. He comes out, he's wearing drawers. They're sagging.
They're sagging.
So the drawers are falling off this guy. And the funny part about this is the drawers fall off to reveal
He's got a booty.
he's got something.
He's got a booty hoe.
Yeah, he's got the plumber's crack.
Can you stick your finger in it?
I prefer not to violate
Oh, come
my
on.
daughter's toy.
The audience wants to see it.
I need you to stick your finger in it.
Yeah. But surprisingly, that's the only one. See, this is the other one.
Okay,
He's
that
got doors on too, though.
Yeah, but he doesn't have.
He doesn't have a
butt crack.
booty hoe.
Oh. There's no butt crack for him.
How
Okay.
deep is the butt crack? Can you hide stuff in it?
I thought
wasn't that a Bee Gees song? How deep is your butt? How deep is your butt?
It's not that deep,
So
Okay.
you can't it's not like a prison pocket deep.
No. I mean, you can make it an Audi.
If you're whoa, what's that? What's that? Show the bottom of it.
That's hemorrhoids.
I guess. Wow.
Oh, it's a button.
It's a button.
A button.
Okay. Wow.
But like I was
I'm
saying,
impressed.
but there's no purpose to this button though. You can't button the butthole up.
Well,
At first, I thought it was a tear. It's not a tear. It's made like that. Look at
that's
the
not a
reviews
tear.
on it.
Yeah.
So, but there's
Are there
no
reviews?
purpose. There's no purpose to this button. So I was like, well, why is the button there? But then I go to feel around on this thing, right? And the button has a protruding
Whoop.
front
Shit.
end.
Wow.
I don't know if you guys can see that.
Like a very
Wow.
enlarged.
I don't know about very. I don't know what kind of men you've been with, Laws, but that's tiny.
I was gonna
Wait,
say
that's
woman.
average,
I was
right?
gonna say
That's
that.
average.
That's average,
For his size.
right?
Oh, that's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
funny though.
He's a grower,
He's in
not a
kids'
shower. What
toys?
do you expect, dude? Yeah, this was in the kids section. That's what my brother said. He's like, this was in the fucking kids section.
All
They
right.
called fugglers, and I think
Wasn't
they're
it
more.
the-
They're supposed to be more like for boys. Boys think it's funny.
Oh yeah, of course. I always thought farts were funny as a boy. I mean, just when I was a kid
so
growing up.
funny.
Yeah, my boys, that's like their favorite thing to do is just run around the house and fart.
Oh my god, the amount of pink eye in your house
No.
every day, just daddy,
Shit.
daddy.
That's why I wear the shades, dude.
That's why you wear the shade.
That's why I wear the shades.
Golly. But yeah, guys, I've missed you guys, man. Long time no see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it was good yesterday.
It was good yesterday, guys. If you're a fan of D&D, of watching, middle-aged men play out their weirdest fantasies, check out Critical Idiots on Mondays, right?
I don't know if that's exactly how far we go with that one. Play out our weirdest. You're weird.
Yeah,
Well, speaking of D&D,
Mhm.
Try telling a D&D joke, like, against D&D, like a joke that's supposed to be like, "Oh, those are a bunch of weirdos," to a room full of D&D players. My friend and her husband just got married a couple weeks ago, and one of the things that in my speech was I was like, "But he plays D&D every night, girl," when they first met, and
Uh-huh.
they laughed. It was funny, but
And
Yeah.
2.5 years later, they're divorced because of that fact.
no,
Job
he
loss.
doesn't play
Solved it.
D&D every night anymore. She says he prioritizes her now, so
Oh,
yeah.
to be fair, we have it scheduled so that I can play when the wife and kids are at school. Nobody in the house, so
Yeah.
I'm not interfering.
Yeah. We definitely try to make do with everybody's schedule. That's one of the biggest things. One of the
It really
hardest
is.
things I think about just hanging out with anybody in general, like your friends nowadays. Like, I mean, we damn near got to cross rivers and fucking deserts to fucking hang out with each other, me and Spicy here.
You
Dude, we have
guys
to cross the whole country,
do you guys still have
literally.
the same D&D dungeon master DM?
Yeah, we're
Mhm.
gonna be
Yep.
switching probably looking at a timeline of January.
Mm.
We'll be
Yeah.
crossing over to our
Did you
not
talk
saying
to
that
that?
we're gonna
I
be
sent you
not
her
saying
info, by the way.
you said what?
I sent her to you today. She messaged me.
Oh yeah. I got that. But I did. Talking to the new DM, or new GM. She's a bright young woman with some really cool ideas that I can't wait to see come to fruition. But
I'm just down to see anybody's creativity for DMing. It's a hard job.
mhm.
How much is the cost for this one?
We don't know yet.
15, 10. We're trying to get a deal. We're trying to get a deal.
We're trying to get a deal. I like to think we're promoting you too. We're doing the show. We get views on
Yeah.
it. So, we're promoting your business. Maybe cut us a little something. But
Cut me a
Yeah.
little piece of the pie. How you say little piece of
right?
the bajou?
No, all you just say is I want to wet my beak. I just want to wet my beak.
I just want
Um,
to
I
see
was
what it
talking
tastes
to some
like.
I was talking to some players about it, and they said that it was cool that people are making money off of it and like that's their job. However, there's so many out there, DMs out there that are amazing and they're not even going to charge you a penny. So I guess it's
it's
just what you're willing to
Correct.
do and what you want. So
yeah, but
Correct.
we also, I noticed that, when I don't know how to say it. It was our first time out and it's a hell of an experience. So for
Mhm.
this one, I don't mind paying. If there's somebody else that can cut us a deal cheaper, I'll take it. But I'm really happy with Aaron for right now. I mean, I'm having a blast in his campaign. He's very visual with his words. Like those things yesterday that fell on
Mm,
Devin's head. I saw that shit going on. Like I was in it.
yeah,
He's
I
very
mean,
good.
Yeah,
right,
you guys were talking really highly of him
you're talking about you
before.
got because when you think about it, you don't want just somebody just there. You want when you're coming from a world of role playing like we are been immersed in role play before. We have high expectations of what role playing is supposed to be. So for somebody to just come in there, all right, guys, let's start up Discord, and that's what we're gonna do. You guys just listen and y'all type roll 20. I'm like, no, no, this guy, no. We got the visual layouts, we got the monsters, we got the unique characters, we got the audio. So,
You get the audio. Dude, the audio is worth its weight in gold.
Oh,
and then
nice.
his little his voices as well. So,
Nice.
Not
That's
so good,
awesome.
but he's getting there.
yeah. Well, he said
Not
himself,
criticizing him
he's
though.
not big on voice, but he does what he
Yeah.
does.
Mm.
And he's fun, like with the maps. Like, we had these little tentacle monsters. It was very hentai yesterday. And he'd have the little monster, and then he'd draw the little green arm coming out, and then it grabbed me, and I'm like, Oni-chan. So it was cool.
He like does like sketches or something.
Yeah, on his little thing. So we each have our little face token, that
Mhm.
shows our little character, and then he can put pictures of the monsters around. But if the monster has like a tentacle it shoots out, he can draw a little green squiggly line that shows
Yeah,
its
so like if he
tentacle.
say something's on fire, he'll just like color the fire and stuff,
Hmm.
so that we see
Nice.
the visual representation of the fire. And but
Yeah,
the thing I
it's
think
really
that,
cool.
that makes him unique or that makes him impressive to me is that he remembers these small little key details that we may leave out.
Yes.
And he, you know what I'm saying, he showed us himself. He's got his workstations like cluttered with notes. And
Mm.
so we'll try to do something and be like, nope, don't forget that you took your boots off. So
That's right.
you got, it's like, so, he's willing to work with a lot of things that we try. I think that's pretty fun. Try not to smush our creativity down before it can even grow.
Mhm.
That is
Mhm.
something I will say he has accommodated is our unique way of doing things. The first battle that we had was supposed to be some epic battle in a cave to save a unicorn. And Fatsy and I kind of took lead on that, and we just talked our way out of it. I happened to have a great set of roles to convince these guys that what I was saying was true, and he just adjusted. There wasn't a fight. We got accomplished, with minimal bloodshed.
Yeah.
Do you guys do the game thing that you wanted to? What was that? There was some kind of board game that we all bought on Steam.
Oh, you're talking about no, we have not yet to do that. So we didn't do that. He's using Roll20, which is still good. I think what it was is the issue that you have when you do stuff like that is the connection between everybody as a whole may not always be the best. So there's going to be like points where somebody's going to drop out, and we have to wait for them to load in and load the map and everything. And it was just decided that it'd be a lot easier and smoother or to run it through Roll20.
Plus, we can
That
all
makes
see
sense.
when he moves. I like Roll20. It's got our character sheets all integrated in there, and it's
Yeah.
perfect.
And had I known, I would have suggested that in the first place. But again, new to D&D, don't really know how the whole technology side of it is. The whole
Mhm.
PC
And
side.
I will also say that we've got a couple of new players. I don't know if you've never played D&D with the pen and paper, right, Jacob?
Sort of.
But I mean, not like the way he does, like the in-depthness. So I guess what I'm getting at is he's very willing to work with us as newbies to learn how, the intricacies of how to, well, where do I click to get this done and this done? And he's like, just do this. He's really patient.
Oh yeah. That he is. That he is. He's very patient. He shows up there early, and he'll help us out, and he'll even stay later to help us fix our sheet and stuff. So, like I said, all
What'd you
props to
say?
him. Shout out to Aaron. So definitely one of the better ones. Like I said, I hope to bring more people on, more different people. Like I said, we have slots for 5, and we're always looking for new characters, new people to tag along with us in these one-shot campaigns.
I would
How many
absolutely
do you
love to
guys
have a
have
new
right
player.
now?
4.
4. Yeah, but like I said, the
You
next
guys
one's
had
gonna go.
a lot for a while, didn't you?
Well, we
like-
had 5 at like the first episode, and then he died. But
Oh,
we didn't say he died. He just got lost.
Yeah,
Maybe
he
he
got
jumped
lost.
off the caravan. I don't know.
There you go.
yeah.
So,
I don't even remember him. I'm sorry.
it was he was the very dumb barbarian, right?
That's right. That's right.
Was
I
this like
remember.
one of your guys' friends?
Yeah,
One
one
of
of the
your
guys I
friends,
work
right,
with.
Patsy?
One of the guys I
Yeah.
work with. Well, like I said, we invite everybody. I don't care who it is. Like I said, I don't invite.
Yeah.
We invite newcomers, old comers.
Yep.
Just not no premature comers.
Yeah.
I'm
You're dumb.
sorry. I beat Lost to the sex jokes today. I'm sorry.
Well, nobody got beaten to the anal probes today because we didn't have our big alien invasion that we were
And
supposed to have,
here
dude.
I was, dude. And here I was ready for it all, And I was like that scene from Independence Day. We're on the roof with the signs.
Take me home.
But wait,
Wait.
I do have a question. What
Yeah.
if, because I remember this had been brought up in a past episode. What if they did come, but we just don't remember?
Like
Kinda
neuralizer shit? Like,
Yeah,
like
dude.
I think it had been Lisa, maybe. She was talking about before where like you don't remember and you had to there was some TV show.
vampires.
Okay, but like maybe it was like that. Like you don't remember that they're here. Like they've completely wiped your memory of them being here.
So that's what
Maybe.
that's the kind of the theory with vampires today. Like why they exist, but we don't remember or see them because they charm us or
Right.
sense
So
we
why not
forget.
aliens do the same? Maybe they did come and invade.
I just think that it's not like I think as far as we've gotten today in today's society, tech wise, everybody's expecting that huge fucking battleship Star Galactica to come out of the sky. No, man, it's probably gonna be disguised as a rock. They're probably invisible. They're not gonna know. They're gonna land and shapeshift and turn into one of us. He's gonna be like Edgar, your skin, your face is hanging off your skin.
is this better?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my goodness. Well, I was look, Of course, we all know that when you get these predictions, especially when they're all over TikTok, 99% of it's bullshit. We all know that. But man, I'm just saying, there's this little piece in my brain that kept looking up, hoping that maybe something was going to happen. Of course, we all
Mhm.
knew it wasn't. But now remember, as we talked before the show, this is the same guy that made this prediction that predicted an earthquake in 1997, which kept a lot of kids in my school from going to school that day. The parents were freaked out. So
Now,
take it with a grain of salt when you get these
but
predictions, you know?
now that this guy have any predictions that came true?
I guess he's had like one or two out of like his 500 that he's made.
Which
But
which two?
hell, I could make, I don't remember. I know that apparently he predicted that Trump would be president, and he did this in like 2009.
I mean, so
And
did
then
The
he's
Simpsons.
yeah, right. And then he predicted that I think it was like 60 or 30 some days after Trump goes on Rogan, there would be an alien invasion. Well, Rogan wasn't even on the radio or anything like that at this time. He had no podcast. He wasn't known for broadcasting or the interviews. He was probably doing fucking Fear Factor and stand-up comedy. So this is what the machine is supposedly predicted. I don't know. I didn't talk to the machine, so I'm just telling you what I heard. But here we are, no aliens. Damn it, I have to go
Well,
to work tomorrow.
there now. If you want to talk about aliens, I will say, Laws. If you could look up Little Uzi's UFO on YouTube or
Mhm.
something, and
What?
see what kind of videos you can pull up. So Little Uzi Vert, the rapper, um, had this intro to like
Like, oh,
his right. One of the rappers, one of the younger rappers nowadays, basically had this intro to like his album or concert of him coming out of a UFO, and like in New York, and people down on the floor are like recording this thing because it's huge and looks so fucking real. And I want you to see it before I can like explain it.
Yeah, let me see it.
can you said little Izzy what?
Little little Uzi, I Z
Uzi?
Uzi.
U, yeah.
Okay.
Uzi eye? Like Uzi,
Laws
like
is
from rap?
y'all. You guys are showing your age here.
Dude,
I don't listen to that kind of music, bro.
I don't either. I'm
Um,
not really big into the new hip hop.
Oh my goodness.
and you
I
said
like old
little
school hip
Uzi
hop.
what?
Little Uzi
UFO.
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 Try that
I
in.
mean, I know Rob Zombie's effing in the UFO.
I don't know.
It's a good
I
song.
think
It's a good song.
be a little older.
Um,
But yeah, dude.
no,
I think, but
that's
but,
not
but
my
my
shit.
thing is like when you look at this and it looks so real, and people are like, there's multiple like, um, what do you want to call it? Angles of footage shot from this thing, and you go back to the conspiracy saying where the government's going to stage a UFO appearance, and
Mhm.
everybody's like, oh, how are they going to do it? There's no technology. How are they going to do that? Make it look like there's something in the sky when there's really not something in the sky. AKA, is there a real sun? You know,
Right.
so when you look at stuff like this, and it just blows my mind, like I said, on what's being uh, able to be made possible
Mhm.
through the advancements of technology.
Yeah, I get it. I'd like to see it. Um, I will say though, for anybody that likes to talk like that about projections and holograms in the sky, because I've heard that theory too, that at some point the government will make all the gods come into one god and be like, we are all the same god, but we're not God. We're actually
Mhm.
aliens, and here we are. I've heard this before. I've actually heard this from a couple of different people. So obviously,
Mhm.
it's a well thought theory.
All right,
Imagine
I
the
found.
energy.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, yeah, real quick.
No,
Imagine
you're
the
fine.
energy it would take to put that up there. The people would see these energy plants being built. We would know that. I mean, it
What
takes
do we
hundreds of
know?
thousands of people.
What do we
Yes,
know? We would
yes.
know. You sure?
The only way that three people can keep a secret is if two of them are dead. That's it.
Look, they would have never knew
Like
the British was
people.
coming if it wasn't for Paul Revere. You know what I'm saying?
They didn't have cell phones, and
I'm just
I'm
saying.
talking about
Exactly what I'm saying.
employing hundreds of thousands of people to build the energy necessary to
Bro,
make those projections
come
across
on.
the world.
Come on. If
Come on,
they
what?
want it to be done, it will be done. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Well, look
The
what
I don't
Trump
easiest
think.
and
way that we've heard it countless times over and over again, the best place to hide something is in plain sight.
Okay, so where's these generators that are going to power this hologram in the sky? Show me.
Where aren't they? They could be anywhere. You don't know. I don't know.
I'm just saying we have a
There's
hard
no
enough time keeping
definitive
our
proof
own.
to sit there and say, oh, you go to the power station that one of those things is not a generator.
Dude, you don't need. It's not going to take one generator. It's going to take a billion generators to put a
You have
hologram
billions
in
of
the sky
generators.
like. No,
Well,
not that much. Too
okay,
much
so let's
energy.
let's look at the clip
Let me see this.
All right.
and tell me how many generators you see around.
Man your volumes because it'll just go straight to the clip. It's like the bat signal.
Crazy, right? What, dude? Crazy, right? What, dude?
That's
Okay.
it. Oh, sorry. I thought it was yeah, it's just repeating itself. So it's basically it, right?
Is there another one? There should be another one, like him coming down from it or something.
So this is actually people saw this, or
It was just a promo for his new EA, his new album release soon. But this is essentially the
All right.
way
Here we
that
go.
he
Here we
chose
go.
it.
Here we go. Let me just say what everybody on the internet's saying. It's a staged video recorded to resemble a natural video by bystanders. That's it. People running away are all unpaid actors. It's some people are saying drone, some people are saying it's a real UFO, but it was a staged CGI video. Sorry,
So it was just CGI
even
special
it's
effect.
all CG. Yeah, even Snopes debunked it.
Okay. Well, then there we go. That says it. That's it. That's what
you
happened.
want the video? No. Okay.
Is there a different one or no?
The ones I'm just seeing different ones like from different angles of the same thing, basically.
No. Yeah.
I don't see the one that you're talking about where it comes down.
Now, I will say this: if you want to make the most credible UFO video out there, that's what you need. You need to be like in awe and in shock because I've seen so many of these fake ones where like, hey, look at that. Look at the light in the sky. Look what it's moving. Look at that. Dude, I would be losing my my wig would be peeled off if I saw that shit. Like, like
Yeah,
holy
yeah.
crap, dude.
That's one of the things
You
I never
know?
understood. You see that big light and you see these planes coming out and everybody else is just driving normally.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You're not pulled over to the side of the road shitting in your drawers because you're
yeah.
seeing something like that. No, come on. So I give him credit. For a stage video, that's what you need.
But that was good.
I
That
also
was a
saw
good
David
stage.
Copperfield make the Statue of Liberty disappear. So what are you going to do?
You seen that live?
No. The only people that saw that live were the paid actors that were in the audience.
Right.
Sorry, he wrote a book, or somebody wrote a book, one of his assistants, and said that that's exactly what they did. All those things where people are like, it's all actors. Chris Angel was famous for that.
I'm pretty sure it
Chris
was.
Angel
Dude.
was huge for that.
Pretty
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it was all, paid. Like, I mean, you got people that standing beside the Statue of Liberty, like, what are you talking about right here?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, yeah.
My friend had a musician. I don't know why I said musician. Sorry, I think we were talking magicians. She had a magician at her wedding, and it was actually pretty cool because I've never seen a oh my god, I said it again. Magician at a wedding before. And there were things that he did. I was like, I didn't even know how he did that.
There's
Like,
a lot of things they do. I mean, but, that's where the skepticism comes into play,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
Like I saw one guy when we were at an amusement park, he had this table like levitating all the way around the stage and shit.
and
I'm
putting
like,
rings all around it and shit, right? So there's
yeah,
no
I'm like,
strings, yeah.
I'm like, well, like, is that possible? Because it's not like it's in front of him. Like it's out. It's like going out into the crowd, and I'm like, and he's just holding it with the tablecloth.
That's pretty cool.
And I'm like, okay, granted, if it was like a pole or a wire, you would see it would be stiff.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't stiff. It was like wobbling. And I'm like,
sounds like
Yeah.
your honeymoon.
This magician collected like numbers from everybody in the crowd. And somehow he had already written all these numbers down on a piece of paper, this long ass piece of paper. And then he unrolled it and everybody like gasped and they were like, oh my God, that's the number. It was like this trillion, billion, zillion number, right? And then when he flipped it upside down, it said their names and then it said 2004 or 2024.
That's cool.
I'm like,
Those
how?
are mentalists.
Yeah.
So again,
I know they
you
got
got
their own
to-
tricks. Like I said, it's a whole science, right?
you got to, it's a lot of what they call influence, influencing people. But again, how do you influence somebody on a number?
I guess so I read that in a book. I was reading a book on this back when I was a kid because I've always been interested in magic, right? This knowing something that other people don't know. Having a talent that just people go, I used to go to the magic shop and buy these little tricks and stuff, and my fucking friends would lose their mind and always try to grab it and figure the fucking shit. I'm like, get your hands off me. You know what I
Give
mean?
my fake thumb back.
Right?
Give my quarter.
So yeah.
Little thumb
So
with the fake fucking thing on it.
I had two of them. I used to have one that I'd put the handkerchief in, and I had one that was lined with tinfoil where I'd put a cigarette in it, and then I'd have a little ash on my hand to make it look like I put it and it disappeared. Anyway, the book on mentalism said that there are certain words and colors that will bring a person to certain numbers. It's just the way our brains work, and these people are experts in knowing these things. Like they're scientists. These mentalists, they know how to draw this shit out of your head. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane.
Or is it witchcraft?
Absolutely insane. Or maybe. And now I also heard that like if the guy's like, and you in the audience take your hat off, and there's a card under there. Apparently there are magicians on the staff that will go and plant stuff on people. Like professional pickpockets will like take your wallet, put a 20 in there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure when they're like ushering you in, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? They'll be like, and then they'll mark them. They'll mark the guy.
Okay, but like there was this one trick he did. This woman he said, okay, put this in your hand, right? So he put something in her hands, and she came up and she sat in front of all of us, and she held it in her hand the whole entire time. He went to another guy. He took a dollar bill. He tore the dollar bill. Another chick signed it. Then he came back to the lady and he did some ooby gooby thing, and then he was like, "Do you feel something in your? Do you feel something in your hand,
goobers, dude?"
And she goes, "Yeah." He goes, "What does it feel like?" She goes, "It feels like a piece of paper." And so he like opened it up, and it was this torn dollar bill, and they had he had the whole wedding party, like everybody in the audience memorized the serial number of the dollar bill. So like this side did like 6 numbers and that side did 6 numbers, and he read the serial number on the dollar bill that she had in her hand. It was the exact same one.
Okay.
It was crazy. Like, how do you slip that between her hands? Like, I don't know.
You don't. He put it in there when he put the original thing in there. That's what you do. Like with the foam balls, I put one in your hand. You open
Like
it up,
when you
there's
grab
3.
somebody's
I've
hand,
got
you
2
push it up under there. But again, to have the numbers matches is the
It's not
icing
really
on the cake.
If the dollar bill wasn't from somebody in the audience, that's easy. So you have multiple dollar bills. Okay, so that's different.
Yeah.
I don't know. And that's the beauty
now
of it.
the
I don't want to know.
serial number.
The only thing that could actually give premise to this or leeway is I know there are numbers that when you multiply by certain numbers will inevitably give you, imagine being good at math or really good, and then all of a sudden you get. Well, I'm just saying, like, enough to do it in your head. Where you could say, all right, I'm going to take that and I'm going to multiply that by 100, and I'm going to divide that by this, and now you're getting your essentially either increasing the number or decreasing the number to get the number that you are looking for.
Yes. And you see, like you said, being good at math.
But like I said, if it is the number that everybody just says and there's no modifications done to it whatsoever, my hat's off to that guy.
Hey, I can't do it. That's why I'm not doing shit at weddings like that. You know what I mean? I don't have that skill. So good for him. I mean, always applaud cool talent.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, but
that was neat.
Like it goes the same thing with like people that do like what are they called? People that talk to the dead.
Oh, the clairvoyant guys, the mediums.
Medium.
Yeah.
Like there's like a couple that I watch, and it's like, are they real? I don't know. I wouldn't know if they're real or not. Like I've never met one in person.
I've seen too many people on TV get debunked.
Yeah, I've seen it. I mean, you see those guys. You see the Kung Fu energy guy get debunked. Let's pull that guy up.
Yeah,
the guy
that's
that
beautiful.
had that like the energy field. He was like,
I
or
love
the
that.
guy that was blowing the paper.
With James Randi. So James
Yeah, I was like,
Randi had the James Randi Foundation, and if you could offer 100% proof that you had a power, he'd give you $1 million. He'd write you a check, and nobody ever collected. He's had thousands of people try, and it's all tricks.
Never collect. Somebody
Never
come on there with
Uh,
a real power. The episode never airs. The government comes knocking at your door.
They just take him away.
$1 million. Imagine that. Imagine that being the cover.
Where's my $1 million?
But imagine that being the cover, right?
Yeah, it's a good.
so
Isn't that-
surprisingly,
isn't that
there's a
crazy?
lot of kung fu energy people.
You're down on your luck. You got a power. Somebody offering you $1 million just to show it off.
I'd try.
Yes, the energy field. Kung fu guy. Whatever.
Type in. After that, type in James Randi.
It's two separate people. James Randi, the guy. Two separate.
Oh, this was like back in the day stuff, right?
This guy was like, this guy was just trying to do like a force with that. He got slapped shit out of him. He's like, okay, try it again.
So do you want to see the one where he debunked it, or
This is
he
the James
exposed
Randi
it?
one. It's fine. I don't want to show the other guy getting beat up.
Wait, so who got beat up?
The
You
other
gotta
guy,
find that one.
the
Send it.
one that had the force field, the one that was trying to sue this force field. He's like, all right, try it now.
Oh, I want to see this force field slap. Anyway,
But there are
It's all-
occasional things where people have superhuman kind of like abilities. Like the one samurai guy that cut bullets. Like his reaction time is that fucking good. Or that
I
old
believe
guy, the old guy with the quickest draw.
I believe it.
Like there's videos of it.
I
But
saw
is
a
that
dude with
just like
3 fingers.
hearing and then like knowing the time it would take for that bullet to get to you from them to
Reaction time is, using your muscles and everything to react either by moving or grabbing, whatever it is in that split second, like you have to know.
I have
Yeah.
seen the people that can grab the arrow.
Like it's crazy.
I'd be dead. Are you ready?
Oh, I'd be
Yeah.
done. Yeah, let's see.
You
it.
grab it after it stabs you
On
in your head.
this
Oh, sorry guys for the
I'll park it.
loudness.
physical object using only the powers of his mind.
price is
All
right.
of us are very pleased, not just pleased, but excited to have you with us.
Look at the
Now,
outfit.
You claim to have psychic powers, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Is this
This
something
is like
that
something Josh would
you
wear in his house.
discovered recently, or have you known of it since childhood?
wearing it
How
right
did it all
now.
begin?
Well,
wearing it right
everyone's
now.
born with it. It's just
Look
a
at the
matter of
haircut.
development.
What are you going to do, James?
This
I'm
guy
gonna
wants to
move
be
a pencil
Asian
for
so
you.
bad.
With just psychic powers?
Just psychic powers.
Very well.
Gotta do the Lord Farquaad.
Mm-hmm. He's a little lad who likes berries and cream. Okay.
Is it true that you can also turn the pages of this telephone directory?
Yes, it is.
And you will do that for us?
I'll try.
Should I take the pencil off the table?
Yes.
All right. There you are, James.
Absolute
Would
said
you
I like his
to open
outfit.
it to any page, or should you want me to do it?
I'll be happy to.
So what
This
James
is
Randi
why.
did is he put a bunch of
Ready?
styrofoam peanuts around it and asked him to do it again, and the guy couldn't do it. He's actually blowing it. It looks cool. Hell of a party trick.
So how did
The
it get
amazing
debunked?
Randy maintains that you did not use psychic power, but that it was trickery. And he is prepared to pay you $10,000 if you can do it using psychic power. Here he is, the amazing Randy.
I love the Amazing Randy.
Amazing Randy! Look at him.
He just recently died.
That's
He
the
was,
guy
You saw
from
James' demonstration
Nanu
from
Nanu.
backstage.
Yes, I did.
And do you accept that as a demonstration of psychic power, or do you believe that he used trickery?
I don't accept it as a demonstration of psychic power, Bob. I think
This is
that
the
the
guy
solution
from-
is
Like Rob
rather
does.
simple. I think that Mr. Heydrich is merely to accomplish this effect blowing on both the page and on the pencil. And the reason is rather simple, because the pencil reacts to even the currents of the air conditioning in this studio. It will be very difficult to try to put controls on it in such a way that normal currents of air that are present all the time would not move the pencil. For example, it moves very, very easily.
All right, you're
At
not
that
gonna
point,
have
he
to
should,
do that.
at
That's
that
one
point, he
down,
should have
one
been
to
like,
go,
it says,
James.
you have the gift too.
You are prepared to
Yeah.
pay him
And walked off.
$10,000 if he
awesome.
can turn the
could
page
do it
of the
too.
telephone directory with certain controls. Is
That's
that
right. Since my theory, as yet unproven, of course, is that it's accomplished simply by blowing, though rather cleverly, I must admit, done, there
Clever.
should be a way, a simple way, without a lot of instrumentation,
Look
to
at his
demonstrate
face.
that
He's
fact
like,
by
I
using
don't know what
one
to do
very
right now.
simple
Oh, he's so
control.
fucking scared right now.
Now, what I have here is particles of a white plastic, which, when given a good puff, good heavy puff of air, will, I think, rather conclusively show whether or not blowing is a method accomplished. Now, it will not, perhaps, in some way, differentiate between genuine psychic power and actual blowing.
Jeez, have some
It
paper.
certainly should be very interesting indeed to see what now
I
occurs.
thought it was
James?
peanuts. I was
Now-
looking forward to the
I thought
Now,
it was
this also could cause it to
styrofoam,
have
too.
a static,
There
right?
you go. I don't think it's plastic, so probably.
But styrofoam doesn't have that, like, the staticky.
I don't know.
He's probably like, the styrofoam is conflicting with the energy.
It's blocking, yeah.
Watch it, listen to what he says, buddy.
Now, James, you had another question.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? What would you like to
Okay.
ask?
The styrofoam and the lights form electricity which pulls the page. Look.
Shut up.
Pulls
What?
the page down.
See it? You see, it's not the gravity, it's the electricity.
It's the
pulling
electromagnetic
the page.
from the plastic and the
One.
lights.
2.
Lift them in a bunch, if you would, Bob. Just take about a quarter of an inch of them.
All right, there, like that.
That's fine. Gently, place them down gently so it doesn't disturb the foam. I know, I thought you
Oh, the
wanted to
other
place
way?
them- Yeah, the other way. That's what I thought you meant.
Would that
Sure.
be helpful to you?
Has to be on the right.
Static is going to still be here because of the foam. See, that's what
Well,
I'm
it is
saying.
the opinion of the judges that there is not enough static formed by the foam to be a problem. So, under the conditions agreed upon, it would seem that now you should at least try with psychic power to turn the page of the telephone directory.
Because you
James.
agreed upon this.
Here we go. Yeah, why would you show up to be debunked?
A lot of people did.
Look at him.
A lot
He's
of people
like,
do.
you know what's going through his head right now? This motherfucker.
Like, I got this
Right.
haircut just for this.
I got this outfit just for this.
It's not going to turn for you.
I'm confused as to
This
what his
isn't a
outfit he was
magician's
going
trick.
for.
I can't just come up, bang, bang, and it's over. I have
Something
to be
Asian
to where I can work with
persuasion, you
something
know?
small.
You wanna
and
be
then
like
Was
big,
that
you know,
something
to
that
build up my own self.
James has not won the $10,000 with
All
this
right, we can
demonstration.
stop.
You can turn it off.
So it seems.
Now, you have
Turn
heard
this
from-
idiot off. Not Randy. Randy's cool.
First it was the electricity. Now he needs to prep himself. That's where you start looking like a washed up liar.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
Did
we're talking
Bruce
about
Lee have a haircut like that? Or no?
kind of, yeah.
no,
Little
not
bit.
that crazy.
Not a little bit, but not that crazy. So I was watching this one lady who said that she could talk to the dead, or just some psychic, and the lady went to meet with the film crew at Denny's because she was going to tell them where this little boy was. And they gave her a picture of the little boy. Have you seen this? And they're like, "I'm sorry, he's dead. This little boy is not living anymore." And they walk in the guy who's the picture of it is afterwards into the Denny's. He's like, "It's me. I'm the little boy in the picture. I'm not dead. Shake my hand.
You're
I'm a
dead
ghost."
inside.
And then I think she goes like, "Did you have a brother or a twin or something?"
I don't know, but you sort of just seen her. She's like, no more questions. I'm out of here. You know, I don't believe that hardly any of this stuff is real, man. I just don't. I think that maybe if it's real, maybe 0.0000001% of the population has ever had some kind of a connection with some kind of an energy that lets them do cool things like that.
Do you
I don't
believe in
think
Area 51?
anybody- I believe that it's a testing ground for government stuff. I don't believe that it's aliens.
So let me ask you something. Do you believe that the government hides things from us?
100%.
Okay, so how far are you willing to believe currently with what you know of what is your like range of saying this is what they're hiding from us? What would it be?
My range of
Like, where
what they
would
were
you
hiding-
like? Where do
well,
you draw the line and say this? If they're hiding anything, it's going to be this.
It's kind of hard to say that, but I will answer your question. But it's kind of hard to say that because if you look at some of the CIA documents that have come out, there's so many projects that the government's tried. They've tried remote viewing, they've tried working with psychics, and none of it's ever panned out.
I
So
like
I
how
don't believe,
when they unclassify these
yeah,
documents, they're still black and lined out everything. Like
yeah.
it's
I'll tell
like
you the
here you
truth.
go, some of it.
I'll- as far as I go, I believe that I think that we are an inventive species. I think we love to be ingenuitive. We like to make things. We like to tinker, and I believe that maybe we found out a way to bend gravity a little bit, and that's what they're working on out there. And the best way to, I mean, think about it, dude. If I'm the government and you see it, you roll your eyes at me. Oh my God.
I was popping my neck.
Oh shit.
This guy.
Imagine you see a UFO, right? And I work for Lockheed Martin, and I'm one of the guys that's on the project. First thing I'm going to come to you with fucking the Men in Black and be like, "What you saw was not a UFO. Don't talk about it." What are you going to say? Men in Black came and told me not to talk about that UFO. But what it is, it's a government program. But by saying you can't talk about UFOs and you can't talk about what you've seen tonight, it spreads the UFO seed of disinformation. People get sold on UFOs. I think it's all government stuff. I really do. I think it's either US, China, one of maybe both of them together. I don't know. Working together. And you know when we're going to see this technology come out? Honestly, World War III. And then it's going to be mainstream. And then after World War III, we're going to have either a completely blown up planet or we're going to use this technology like we have all the other technologies that come after war to make our lives better.
That's if we're allowed to see it, right?
If we're alive to see it. Einstein said, I don't know what World War III is going to be fought with, but World War IV is going to be fought with rocks and sticks. I mean, it's pretty sobering thought. We're
Yeah,
going to blow ourselves the fuck up, which is why
it's gonna
some of
happen.
this stuff that's going on right now, man, I don't care whether you're political or not. There's just so much turmoil all over the globe right now that it just makes me scared sometimes.
Dude, if you're not scared, and people confuse scaredness with a cowardliness.
Let's
It's
not say
not.
scared. Let's say very concerned.
Yeah, but even then, it's not. It's not. Being scared does not make you a coward. It doesn't make you weak. What it does, it makes you aware. What it is it means that you have something to lose. You know, and you're afraid to lose that.
Well, I might differ with you on my theory of that a little bit and say that fear is not a bad thing. It's how you use it. You can use fear to sharpen your instincts and your attitude and go into that situation a little bit more aware of what's going on, or you can tuck tail and run, fight or flight kind of thing. Fear is useful. Fear keeps me away from that deadly spider that might bite me and make my dick fall off. I don't know.
Well, apparently there's spiders that when they bite you, it gives you like a
I've heard that. I've heard that. The fucking blue chew spider.
the blue the the blue chew.
You don't eat it, but I heard that. Yeah, I've heard that if it bites you, you're fucking ready to go.
Oh Lord, that's funny. James Johnson,
It's
all
funny.
that missing Pentagon money should show that it's going into something high dollar, right? There's always money coming up missing, right? There's always millions and millions of dollars, and everybody's like, "What happened? We don't know. The paperwork got blown up. What do you want us to do about
Yeah.
it?"
It's actually a very, very, very good comment. And I'll tell you the truth. Do you know why I think you asked it? Why all those Pentagon papers, especially when it comes to UFOs and shit, are always blacked out? I think they're blacking out the name of the companies that have this. I don't think the government's working on these technologies. I think the government got the technology
Oh,
and
it's
now they've
funded.
leased it out to
Government
Skunk
funded.
Works and to, JPL and all these other private companies to work on so that the government can actually be in denial. We're not working on that. But don't go over to fucking Boeing and see what they're doing over there. Don't do that.
Yeah, all of a sudden you're getting escorted out by military. Like, what are you doing over here? It's a
Yeah.
Kroger's. It's Costco's. Nobody said you could go in the back.
That's funny.
Oh no, I know. Speaking of all that crazy things, dude, South Korea, them
Martial law.
him trying to put the martial law down and they get lifted and everything. Like, what is that about? Right?
Now they want the president to resign. I read a thing this morning or this afternoon where the ministers were all pushing their way in to get back into the chamber so they could vote against this fucking martial law resolution, which they did. It got repealed, but no country, unless you are in, I don't know, 100% war, like, the bombers are overhead, should you ever be under martial law. Don't control your people like that. Don't put them under that fear, because if you start that, it won't stop.
No,
That's how I feel. You start
it's
messing
just
with
ridiculous.
power like that, and
But I
I
mean,
don't.
look at it. I mean, when you sit there and you think about it, right? And you sit there and we can visually see what other countries are doing, because it's not the first country to try to do this. It's not the first country to push its people's opinions aside and say, "Hey, this is who it's going to be." It just leaves more, more room in my mind and more skepticism about how we function with our voting system. It's like other countries do it, but they do it out in the open. But we're a democracy, right? But what does it mean? What does democracy mean? It means that we're going to do it in the shadows. We don't like to be the bad guy, but we do our things undercover so that way we keep the appeal, we keep the presentation of that we are the good guys.
Broski, you're the president. President Fatsy. Da, da,
No.
da, da, da. You better pick me as your VP. You're the president. And your general comes to you and says, "Sir, we got some military scientists and we have figured out how to alter gravity. This will make us the ultimate power. It will secure everything for us. We will be the safest country in the world. If this is leaked in any way, the rest of the world will have it, and it doesn't mean anything. Can we please keep this quiet?" Would you still say no? Let the people know all about it right now?
No, you can't as a leader. But then again, that's the point.
That's what's happening.
There are those who can lead, and there are those that have opinions.
Well, I know, but I'm saying, but that's what the government's doing, is they are hiding this so that
you have to.
in my
You
opinion.
have to.
So then
But
why is the government covering this up such a bad thing?
it's the way they do it.
Well, how else can they do it?
Well, exactly. But it doesn't make it right. You say, hey, the what's the mafia way? The only way to keep from snitching is to be the last one alive.
Yeah. That's what I just said. The only way that 3 people can keep a secret is if 2 of them are dead.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, when you think about it like that, but yeah, like I said, when you come into play, again, there are those who can play ball and there are those who can't. Whether it's morale reasons or faith reasons or whatever it is that keeps your toes grounded to the ground, like I said, that's why I leave it out of my hands. I don't want to be in there. I don't want to sleep with that on my conscience.
I think every country is going to do what they think is best, not only for themselves, but for their people. Because if we don't have people, then you don't have any money. You don't have taxes. You don't have us doing you need people to have a country. You need people to have a family. If I'm by myself in my apartment, I'm like, well, I'm here with my family.
Somebody's got to
family,
raise all these millionaires' kids, right?
No shit. So I do believe that there are national security interests to keep our country safe. And of course, it's also to keep the people in power. And sometimes you have to hide things. Sometimes you have to be a little sneaky. Sometimes you have to lie to the public to keep the secrets hidden so that we stay safe. Now, am I in any way a government? Rah, rah, I love the government. Fuck no. But I think if you look at it from that standpoint, is when I look at it from that standpoint, it gives me a little bit more assurance that the government maybe in some respects is looking out for my best interest when they are hiding this stuff from us.
Let me
If
ask you
they
a
are,
question,
and,
though. To kind of put yourself in a position of thinking of being in charge of something. When you look at homelessness,
Mhm.
do you think it's a problem that's easily fixed from individuals, like from themselves? Like, do you feel like it's a bunch of people that are looking for handouts? Like, do you feel like they can go out and just easily get a job, apply for a job, and all of a sudden they can start working?
No, absolutely not. Um, Now, are there some that absolutely could? 100%. Go to Portland. You'll see them lining the streets. Being a teenager and being homeless is like a fad. It's like a fashion statement up there. You know what I mean? They have the best tents. They have iPhones. You're not fucking homeless. Shut the fuck up. You know, I'm
Yeah,
sure they have
that's the one thing I was
families.
like, I never understood. I never saw a homeless person with a new phone and it's on every month.
Yeah, every month.
Yeah,
So you want to see those people that can work and get jobs? Absolutely. But I do believe that if you want to stop the homeless thing and you want to stop some of the drugs that the homeless bring in, what you need to do is you need to get these people some mental help. You can't you take them into a rehab and they're going to be in rehab for what? A couple of weeks that we pay for, and then they're back out on the streets and they're going to be back in again and out on the streets and back in again, and it's a revolving door. Or maybe you get them a little bit of mental health, at least the ones that can do it, and get them to realize that life is better and get them sober and get them to realize, get them awake to what's going on. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And maybe they can, dude, I wouldn't be where I am in my life if I didn't have my shrink. I don't,
How would you feel if if I was like to propose an idea of essentially camps, like working camps? Again, not, I mean, you got to be careful with this because, hey, we've all heard that we all know history,
oh, Jacob,
but prison, essentially.
walk that line. I was going to
Look,
say, yeah, you're going to put them
look
on a
at,
chain
look,
gang.
no, look at the way the prison system works. We pay for them to be there, but why not have a farm? Let them cultivate, let them farm and farm the lands and pay them and house them and shelter them. But it's a give and give situation. It's not just give. You take. If you are willing to put in the work, then by all means, don't just provide homeless housing. Doesn't do anything.
No, it doesn't do anything.
Doesn't do anything. You have to give them a means to it. Like
Pay
and
them, give them money for their time.
yeah.
Give them, now I'm all for that. But once again, I've got this really sneaky suspicion that of all the people that are offered that program, maybe 20% would take it.
Well, then, that's what I'm saying. So then we get down to the brass tacks, right? So
You
then
need to
what do
help
we
these
do with the
people. Like I
people?
said, to me, it's mental health.
So
Get them in there, help them out.
So my thing was like, if you go from that and then you whine it and you wean it down to the low numbers, to the people that don't want to help, the people that are just too far and gone, now you have a collection of people with similar. Now you start talking about mental health. Now you start looking into different programs, rehab. But those who are homeless, without the drug addiction and stuff like that, or those who are actually trying to better themselves, give them a real chance. Give them a real chance at life.
I don't argue with that. I think that's a good idea. And I like what James said here. Back in the 30s, they had the work relief corps. Something like that is exactly what you're thinking of. I just don't think you're going to see a lot of people taking advantage of it. Back in the day, we used to have these things in Portland called Labor Ready, where you'd show up at 6 a.m. with your boots. They'd take you out to a job site. They'd hand you a broom. They say, sweep this whole fucking street of this housing development. And every end of the month, you'd see that place full. The rest of the month, nothing. Because they all got their money from wherever. They got their drugs. They got their booze. Then come the end of the month, they know they're going to be short on rent. They all show up to go do that. That's when they work, is when they needed to. And I'm not saying, I don't know how to, I'm not trying to put down people who are homeless, because I know that there are so many, dude, literally any one of us is one major catastrophe away from being homeless. You, me, anybody. So you can't judge like that, because life sucks. But for the majority of them out there, I don't believe that they are looking for work. I drive past them down the street here, and they're sitting outside the liquor store passing a 40. And I'm like, man, I think I paid for that 40 with my taxes. Well, I'm on my way to go slave in a fucking hot kitchen. You know what I mean? I mean, it sucks. But that's not my lifestyle. That's not how I was raised. That's not what I want to be. I'll always work. I love working. I love getting my hands dirty. I like having a purpose. Tomorrow morning, I got to go to work. It's like, fuck, man, but I'm going to do it with happiness. I'm going to get up and go make pizzas.
You choose that, right?
I choose it, but it's
Like you fucking chose.
but most people choose that life because they want the creature comforts.
Is it comfort? Is it just not wanting your family to be homeless?
Yeah.
You know,
I want my kids to grow up in a happy, warm home with lots of food and toys and whatever they want, to make them happy.
what kind of pizza? He makes those little toast Tonys. What are they called?
Totino's, the square ones. But the trick is that
Square
I know how to,
pepperoni.
I know how to microwave them just
Little
right.
cubes.
Little cube pepperoni. No, I work in a brewery. I'm our chef. I'm our pizza guy. I make our dough and all that shit. And yeah, it's great. Good pizza.
He's the
Just had one tonight
fucking
for dinner.
guy. He's that guy, right?
I'm that guy. I'm literally Chef Boyardee, baby.
He's the one that looks at you when you say mozzarella. Look. Mozzarella.
Shit, we're almost at an hour.
Yeah, guys. No,
Take a
man.
drink.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, wait,
you
wait,
and that-
before we go. Eminem's mom died, dude. Debbie's gone.
The one he wrote all the songs about?
The one he wrote all the songs.
Oh, God. I said, I'm sorry, mama.
That's it.
Never
I
meant
guess
to
no
hurt
more
you.
spaghetti.
Yeah, no more spaghetti.
More spaghetti.
But didn't they rekindle themselves? And they kind of like patch
Reconnect
themselves?
and kind of, yeah. I don't think
He went
it
to
was
rehab. She went to rehab. They all went to rehab together.
Yep.
Eminem released rehab.
Yep. Haley had a baby, so M's a grandpa now.
Grandpa M.
Yep, Grandpa Marshall. We don't realize, dude. Fucking, I turned on the radio the other day to my classic rock station, and what do I hear? When the lights down and it's dangerous. Here we are. Smells Like Teen Spirit is classic rock.
Hello, classic
No.
rock, right?
No.
Here's classic rock. Here's Creed with some classic rock.
Shut up. Here's some classic rock. Blink 182.
Here, I just
can't
learned the
believe
other
it,
day
dude.
that here in town, your vehicle, is this everywhere, that your vehicle is considered antique after 10 years?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know about that.
That's how it is here.
Yeah, I don't know. Really?
It's like, yeah, considered antique
Wow.
or vintage.
think
One of the two. Vintage. or
Vintage, I
antique.
can see.
Vintage.
Those are my bones. Those are my x-rays you're looking at. Vintage.
Jesus.
But that's crazy, dude. Hopefully, he does well.
Hopefully he's going to be fine.
Well, I know he's going to be fine, but, hey, losing a mom,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
I know there's some
That's
people
very
out there
true.
that just, it is what it is, right?
All right. Well, we've got, what are we going to do this week? We got another show on, what's today? Say Tuesday? Today's Tuesday. We got another show on Thursday, another Fat and Spicy. But you work, right? So
That's right.
I think we'll talk about the schedule after the show real quick. We were going to do that after the last show, but we never got around to it. We're too busy hemming and hawing.
right.
We'll talk about what we're going to do. We've got Christmas coming up. So, of course, we may take that week off. So I just got family stuff that I really want to get done. We'll talk about that too. But next Monday, we've got Critical Idiots. Make sure you guys tune in for that. And my guest for Behind the Pint had to cancel this week, but he will be on next week. So we'll have a new Behind the Pint very soon.
Sounds good, guys. Don't forget, like I said, don't forget to like, follow, share, subscribe, guys. If you're looking for all the other content that we release, check it out at the PNS Studios on YouTube. We also have a Facebook, Instagram. We load a lot of clips up there, guys. So check us out. Make sure that you, if you can, subscribe. We're on Twitch. But last but not least, guys, I love you.
I love
I'm
you too,
fat.
man. I'm spicy.
This has been the Fat and Spicy Show.
See you guys. Man, I wanted the invasion. I don't want to work.
Don't forget, I'm gonna send you guys that gift, dude. I want you guys to open it on the air. We'll get to that when we get to that.